Hey everybody, this is JohnnyMS, and today we're going to talk about inflammation. I've been researching a lot and I want to share what I've learned with you. I want to talk about inflammation today and how by removing it, I think it's helped my symptoms. It's fairly accepted by the medical industry that chronic inflammation is the cause of many health issues. The more I've researched it, the more it seems like I need to really focus on inflammation since it impacts so many areas of the body if you have too much inflammation. I found a good excerpt that I wanted to share with you guys, and it said, chronic inflammation can lead to various issues in the human body, such as, and it's kind of a long list, so I wrote it down, such as cardiovascular disease, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, autoimmune diseases, neurological disorders, respiratory issues, digestive problems, fatigue, skin conditions, weight gain, mood disorders, immune system dysfunction, hormonal imbalances, increased oxidative stress, reduced healing ability, organ damage. Like, that's a crazy list. That list is nuts. Funny enough, I saw a video this morning from Dr. Aaron Boster, and he was talking about how removing sugar from the way of eating greatly helps fatigue symptoms with MS. So that kind of makes sense to me because after my research, sugar causes inflammation, and by removing it, helping an MS symptom seems logical. Before we can get into more, I'm curious if you guys have been changing anything in the way that you eat that may be helping with your symptoms. Based on this long list of issues that can occur from chronic inflammation, my new goal is to greatly remove, if not completely remove, all inflammation from the way I eat, because it's going to be an issue. There's sugar in everything, and sugar causes inflammation. So it's going to be really hard, and I think the only way it's going to be possible is if I only eat whole foods such as meat and vegetables. I already have MS, right? So my body is already fighting MS, as I call it. So it just makes sense that I should focus on removing inflammation so it's one less thing that my body has to worry about when it's fighting MS. Before we go any further, please give me a thumbs up in YouTube so that they know that you're getting value out of this video. I've been focused on reducing inflammation for the past 2 years, but really my focus hasn't been 100% until like the last 6 months. Now I can't even think of one thing that I eat that gives me inflammation. Currently, especially in the past 6 months, I 100% only eat meat. I don't eat vegetables. I don't eat ultra processed foods. I don't eat anything except for meat and water. As you hopefully already know, the standard American diet is kind of bad. It was created, after my research, it was created based on money. It wasn't based on science. So the triangle that we've all seen where it says at the bottom you should eat a lot of corn and a lot of other things, oats and things like that, it was not scientific at all. And at the top they had things that I think are really healthy like meat. So it's just one of those situations where the industry as a whole is so corrupt and it's fueled by money that I'm going to do whatever I can to do my own research and hopefully change the way I eat so it'll help my MS. The largest culprits in the food pyramid are sugar and ultra-processed foods. And ultra-processed foods are pretty much anything packaged, right? Anything packaged in a box examples like Hamburger Helper, pretty much anything sealed in a box that you can buy off of the shelf that doesn't need a refrigerator, that won't go bad with time. That's ultra processed. And then sugar. Sugar is in everything, especially ultra processed. So sugar is addicting, right? So the food industry puts sugar in everything so that we as people will get addicted to the food products that they sell, and then we want to buy more. Everything has sugar in it, and that's the issue. Sugar is in everything. We eat too much sugar, and it leads to heavy amounts of inflammation. So that's exactly what this video is about, is that we need to remove inflammation. I don't even eat fake sugars like stevia, aspartame, things like that. I don't eat anything fake because it's tricking our bodies into giving us sort of a glucose spike, and that just doesn't seem right. There's something wrong with that because we don't want to raise our glucose levels. With that in mind, there's so much that we don't want to eat that is sold on the shelf. So I have made the decision. I eat only meat. I have nothing against vegetables, but unfortunately I've done a lot of trial on myself. And even when I eat certain vegetables, it's like my symptoms act up. It's something with the carbs, something with... I don't think there's inflammation in vegetables, but for some reason my symptoms act up. But when I only eat meat, which is eliminating everything, like any sort of weirdness, I only eat meat with salt on it. So it's like my body feels so much better and my symptoms are better. And I would say that by removing inflammation, my walking, which is my primary issue, my walking is, I will say 10 to 15% better. And for me, that's a big deal, right? Because if my walking's bad, it's hard to even walk to the bathroom. So 10 to 15% by removing any sort of inflammatory foods, I will take that any day of the week. There have been people that claim that by removing inflammatory foods or carbs, because carbs and inflammation are very similar, there have been people that said by removing inflammatory foods, they have basically cured their MS and like they don't have any symptoms anymore. I'm not expecting that. Obviously, if that happens, great. But I'm not expecting that. If it improves my MS, that's really all I'm hoping for. At the end of the day, I think everybody watching this video should research inflammatory foods and how to remove them from the way you eat.